Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? Hope all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. This is Shahjadi Akter, Assistant Teacher of Science of National Real English Version School, Deshit. Today I am going to take a science class for class 8 students. My dear students, our today's topic chapter 3 discussion part 2, our today's lecture number 9. My dear students, let's start our class. This is chapter 3, diffusion, osmosis and transpiration. My dear students, in our previous class we have discussed about osmosis and the importance of osmosis and the absorption of water. Today in this class we will discuss the absorption of mineral salts by plants. Now plants absorbs a good deal of mineral salt from the soil for their development and physiological need. Mineral salt remains in solution form in soil. The mineral salt remains as solute with capillary water of soil, but the absorption process of water and mineral salts are different, and there is no relation between the two processes. Plant cannot absorb the whole salt molecule. They absorb salt only in the form of ion. My dear students, this is important line, and underline this line. Plant cannot absorb the whole salt molecule. They absorb salt only in the form of ion. However, the salt absorption process is divided into two parts, and they are inactive absorption and active absorption. My dear students, let's see the figure. Here the absorption process of water and mineral salts through the root. So see, this is the root here. This is root here, and this portion is water absorbed through root by osmosis. In this part, through this part, plants absorb water through root here by osmosis process, and this portion is mineral salt absorbed by active or inactive absorption method through the growth region of root, and this is root cap. Okay, my dear students, now come to next topic, transpiration. Transpiration is a special physiological process of plant. We will learn from our previous lesson that water is essential for different physiological work of plant. For that, plant absorbs a bulk amount of water from soil through root hair. Plants use a portion of this water in different metabolic activities, and rest of it goes out in the form of water vapor to the atmosphere. The loss of water in the form of vapor through evaporation through the moist surface of the internal tissues of the aerial parts of the plant, especially the leaves, is known as transpiration. So my dear students, this is the definition of transpiration, and learn this definition properly. I repeat, the loss of water in the form of vapor through evaporation from the moist surface of the internal tissues of aerial parts of plants, especially the leaves, is known as transpiration. There are three kinds of transpiration. Number 1 is stomata transpiration, number 2 cuticular transpiration, and number 3 lenticular transpiration. Stomata transpiration, this is the major form of transpiration, and cuticular transpiration through the cuticle of leaves and stems, and lenticular transpiration, some water vapors go out through lenticles of the stem. My dear students, see the figure. This is stomata and this is lenticle, and the stomata under simple microscope and lenticles of stem in naked eyes can be seen easily. Then next topic, significance of transpiration. Transpiration is very essential and inevitable process for plants. High rate of transpiration is harmful for the plants. This is why apparently transpiration is known as the necessary evil for the plants. So my dear students, this is also important question, why transpiration is called the necessary evil for plants. Okay, now nevertheless transpiration is very much useful for the plants, because due to transpiration excess water is released in the atmosphere, thus the decreases water pressure of the plant body. Thus the concentration of cell shape is increased due to transpiration. This creates the right condition for endosmosis. Transpiration prevents plants from getting overheated and also maintain proper humidity of the leaves. Water is very much essential for photosynthesis, the process for manufacture of food. Transpiration ensures continuous supply of water to the leaves. Due to transpiration, there develop a pool into the transporting cellular tube, which helps to lift the water through the xylem vessels from root to leaves through stem. Unlike photosynthesis and respiration, transpiration shows very little effect on the environment, but the water cycle, terrestrial plants converts land water into water vapor that go out in the atmosphere through transpiration. During transpiration, a huge amount of water is released in the atmosphere in the form of water vapors. My dear students, now come to next topic, transportation of water and mineral salts. We have already known that plants absorb water and mineral salts from the soil through root hair of the root, and this water and solution of mineral salts must reach the leaves because leaves mainly use these as raw materials for the manufacture of food during photosynthesis. Again, the leaves and leaves send manufactured food to stem and branches. The process by which absorbed water from the root hair reaches leaves and food from leaves reaches different parts of the plant body is known as transportation. So, my dear students, this is the definition of transportation and underline this one and learn properly. Like absorption, transportation process is of great importance. Transportation takes place through vascular tissue, that is xylem and phloem. So, my dear students, the vascular tissue are of xylem and phloem. Water absorbed through root is carried up into the leaves through xylem tissue, and liquid food materials from leaves to reach different parts of the plant body through phloem tissue. So, my dear students, from here underline this line. This is the functions of xylem tissue and phloem tissue. I repeat this again. Water absorbed, the function of xylem tissue is water absorbed through root is carried up to the leaves through xylem tissue, and food liquid materials from leaves reaches different parts of the plant body through phloem tissue. My dear students, we can see this in this figure. By following this figure, the transportation in plants here, the xylem tissue, see that the function of xylem tissue, the xylem tissue carry water and dissolved mineral salts from roots. Okay, see, from roots xylem tissue carry this water and dissolved mineral salts from the root to leaf, and from phloem tissue, the function of phloem tissue carry food up from the leaf to the different parts of the plant's body. Okay, so the vascular tissues xylem and phloem are the transporting channel of the plant body. Okay, transporting channel of the plant body is xylem and phloem. So, the transporting process is carried out in the following way. Water enters into the body through root hair by osmosis, and the mineral salt dissolved in water is absorbed by inactive and active absorption and reaches xylem tissue. Xylem is responsible for upward transport of sap. Okay, xylem is responsible for upward transport of sap, and liquid food material manufactured in the leaf go down through phloem tissue. And upward and downward transportation is known as transportation of plants. Water and mineral dissolved in water in soil water absorbed by root hair and transported to the leaves through xylem vessels can be proved by an experiment. Okay, my dear students, I think all of you have understood our today's topic properly. Learn properly this today's topic, that is the knowledge based question. What is transpiration? Then how many kinds of transpiration? The importance of transpiration and the process of transportation. See you again in the next class. Allah Hafiz.